want to tell you a story about my husband and I. I had a very short courtship. He asked me to marry him a couple weeks into dating, and like a couple months later, I think like 4 months later, we were married. And when we got married, we just started quarreling all the time. Versus when I tell you that for one straight month, me and this guy were just like quarreling, fighting. I don't know how to keep malice. I wasn't brought up that way. My husband knew how to keep malice. So every small fight, he will not talk to me. And it's just the two of us in the house, and I'm just there like, what's going on? You're not talking to me. Anyway, after some time, we started to work through all of those things, because we woke up one day and said, we're not going anywhere. This thing is for better, for worse. So if we're going to be happy for the next 50 years at least, then we need to figure this out. So we started to figure it out.
How? Please, ma'am, you need to explain. How were you able to figure it out? Who came first? Who broke the silence? Who dropped the ego first?
And, over the years, I have seen him counsel different people on marriage. He has programs where he counsels couples or, singles, people intending to marry, but mostly couples. But I said to him, babe, a lot of people need this. But first of all, not everyone can afford your coaching services, because it's like one-on-one coaching. And secondly, some people just want to do things themselves. So how about you do a course and people can take that course and, walk through it in their own time, right? They can work together as a couple, or they can do it if your spouse is not ready to work with you. You can do it on your own, but it will greatly change your life, because this man has taken everything we have learned in the last over 2 decades and a half. He has taken all of those things and he has put it into a course. All that he has learned also from coaching couples for the last at least 2 decades, he's been coaching couples. Everything that he has learned, he has put it in. Actually, there are 2 courses. There's Happily Ever After, and there's We Love Each Other But While We're Always Fighting. So there are 2 courses, and any one you get is going to greatly change your life. I helped him with a little bit of some, just to give it, a woman's perspective. And it's incredible. It's so loaded. Like I said to him, I'm like, babe, these courses are like courses people sell for thousands of dollars, but it's fine. I love your heart of service. People need this. So it's better to make it more accessible to everyone. So you want to do yourself, your marriage, your partnership a favor. You want to go to the link in his bio now and go get any of those 2 courses. Listen, you will come back and thank me. So get any of the courses. You will absolutely, absolutely love them. Happy Valentine, besties.
So I don't know what you learned, but I would love to hear from you. But one of the things I learned is that a relationship or courting or dating does not have to take so long before you get married. And it doesn't determine how long you stay in that courtship, or how long you date does not determine the kind of marriage we have. It doesn't really determine. So what determines the joy in that marriage will be your level of determination, how determined you are. So that means Dr. Dike Olukoya of Mountain of Fire Miracles Ministry was very, very correct when he said, and he has said it several times, he said marriage is between 2 people that are determined to make it work. So it means there is need for determination. So it doesn't just stop at how much you love each other. It does not stop at the level of understanding. You have to be determined as well, because you could understand that person and still the person continue to frustrate you, and then at this point you just have to find another means of resolving the issues or getting the problem out of the way without getting the person out of the way, or without getting your spouse out of the way. But when we talk about determination, I think it still takes 2 to tango. It still takes 2 to make it work, because no matter how much you work it, if the other party is not helping or showing commitment, then the marriage will still hit the rock. So I would say prayer, then it takes 2. I don't know if the other party is not there. Just make sure, like if the other party is not paying the role, just make sure you have played all the cards. You have been determined. You have been prayerful, which is the most paramount. You have been prayerful. You have checked yourself. You've gone for counseling. Just make sure you've done all of those before you can trash the marriage. Then another thing I learned from her is that ego is the basis of almost every problem in marriage. Ego, ego, ego. Okay, for instance, she and her husband has been quarreling, and then she cannot keep malice. Her husband keeps malice, so it's gonna take her coming to her husband. So she will have to drop her ego, right? But what if she keeps doing it, and the husband keeps keeping the malice and never stops? She will get, tired in the long run man is not if the man is not stopping his own problem, if the man is not dealing with his own problem, if they don't communicate and talk about that problem and get that problem out of the way, they will get themselves out of the way, and the marriage will collapse. Okay, so anyway, that's all about what she said. Now let's come to what I wanted to say about her. Hey, she's a grandma. She looks so beautiful. She and her husband look so young, too young. And they are not young in age, but they look young, they look beautiful, they look peaceful. You will know they are both enjoying the marriage. I am just curious. Madam Omoni Oboli, or let me say Mrs. Omoni Oboli, how are you able to cope? I mean, how is your husband able to handle all of this? Like when I watch you in movies, especially your recent movie that you did with Uzo, hey goodness, the kissing, the romance, because I thought that maybe because you are now a grandma, you have decided to drop those kissing scenes for yourself. And now that you are a producer, a director, a manager of your own movies, maybe you now have a way of pushing all of those roles out to young talented people so that they can also be known. And you and your husband have now resolved that, okay, no more kissing in movies, so that your husband is now becoming jealous about it. But I can see that you just released another movie with Uzo, and you have kissed again, serious kissing. Oh, how is Daddy Oboli coping with all this? How? Because, like, I'm not a man, right? But I feel jealous. How is he able to? Is he just being professional? Has he gone for a training or seminar that has already given him the rest of mind that relax, this is only the job? Or is it just based on trust? Because I'm trying to relate this with what's her name? With Bam Bam and husband, with all the rumors we were hearing. It will take an exceptionally understanding man. Should we stop at just exceptionally understanding? Is that all it takes? It takes a man. How can a man watch his wife kissing? Except if that man is also a movie actor who also kisses, and we are both paying ourselves the same coins. But your man, I know that when it comes to women, we can understand. But men don't understand. Men cannot be so relaxed watching their wives kissing in the movies, kissing, caressing, like doing all sort of unimaginable romance in the movie, and then I don't know. I'm just curious. Anyway, people like Omani Oboli will be like an inspiration to Bam Bam's marriage. And I'm sure Omani Oboli's husband, I forgot his name though, I will search. Please, if you know, drop it in the comment section. I watched one of his videos yesterday and I intended talking about it, but I can't find the video. But anyway, if you remember his name, please put it. I know it's one Igbo's name, like, I know it's not Uchina. I forgot his name, like something like Uchina Oboli or something. So anyway, you can follow her husband too. He's a great teacher about marriage, and people like that, I think they are great examples. So I am so rest assured when I saw video about Bam Bam flying around, I knew that she's in a good hands, because somebody like Omoniboli's husband will be there for her and her husband, like counseling them. So these are great models that they can rely upon. It is not all about pastors can it's not about pastor counseling people these days, because even pastors, they pretend. A lot of them are enjoying all of these things going on social media, but they will pretend because they are pastors and they don't want people to see them otherwise. So so these are the people that can really give you the advice you need. So I'm really happy for Bam Bam, because she's in a good hand and a marriage can never collapse. God will not let it happen. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. So thank you for watching. If you watch to this point, you are my true follower. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And I'll see you in my next video. Daily chapter coming. So relax.